I'm Tara. It's very nice to have you here. What's your name?
Maria.
Okay. Everything you say here is confidential. Nothing will leave unless you threaten to hurt yourself or someone else.
Okay.
And let's just get started. So, tell me about your childhood.
So I was born and raised in the same neighborhood. I was born in Maplewood, Minnesota, so down from the cities. I have two older brothers and an older sister, so I'm the youngest. My parents are still married, and like I said, we lived in Maplewood my entire life. I went to a private school. It's called St. John's. It's in Little Canada, and I went there from K through 8 with all my siblings, so that was pretty interesting, but it was like a really small, like, class size 26.
Oh, wow.
Everybody knows everybody. So when I decided to go to high school, I wanted to go somewhere, like, not private. Like, my sister went to Hill Murray, but I didn't want to do that again, so I decided to go to North St. Paul, where obviously the class sizes are like 430 some, so it's a bit bigger, but yeah, it was really good. I did a lot of sports. Like in middle school, I played basketball, and I did track and volleyball. But when I got to high school, I was kind of only interested in doing volleyball, so I did that for a few years. But then it kind of like I didn't really care for the coaches that much, so I decided that I was just gonna when I was gonna play volleyball, it was just gonna be like with friends through like a rec league and stuff like that.
What do your parents do for a living?
My mom works at a bank. Not exactly sure what she does there. She always tells me, but I don't really know. She works at a bank, and my dad works for a company, St. Jude Medical, and I think he teaches people how to make heart valves and things like that.
Wow.
Yeah, but again, I don't know the exact thing, but something like that.
I forgot, what is your major again?
I'm psychology.
Okay. And where do you plan on going with that?
I'm hoping to be pre-law intended. So I'm not sure where exactly I want to go to law school. When I was talking with the pre-law advisor earlier this semester, he was telling me how it's easier to get into law schools that are the state you're from. So I'll probably apply to the U of M or St. Thomas or Hamlin, but I'm not sure that I exactly want to stay in Minnesota, so I'll probably apply to a few other out-of-state schools too.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Why do you want to be a lawyer?
Yeah, that's a good question. I always was interested in law stuff. In high school, I took my favorite class ever was a forensic science class, and so when I originally wanted to go to school, I wanted to be criminology, things like that. But when I decided on Scholastica, they didn't have those kind of courses here, and so I decided that psychology was something I was interested in, even though I had never taken a class in it before. So, but pre-law because I really like helping people, and not that I'm super smart, but I get good grades and I work hard, so it's something that I can put my work and effort into.
Why did you choose to come here? What made you? What did you like about this school?
Well, when I was actually applying to colleges, I was convinced for the longest time that I was going to go to the University of Kansas. Yeah, so very different. But I had applied there, I had toured there, but my mom was very against it. She didn't want me to go so far away, and since it's an out-of-state school, tuition is much higher, and since it's not a private school, they don't offer good financial aid or scholarships and stuff like that. And so she made me tour here, which I actually came here and I did like it, but it wasn't where I wanted to go. Yeah. And then after spring break and I toured KU, I could just see how upset my mom was about it, and so I was like, well, I'll just give Scholastica a try, and if I really don't like it, then I can always transfer. And after my first year here, I just figured I really do like it. I like the small class sizes. It's good. They give you really good scholarships and things like that, and I really like the clubs and the people that I've met, and being an RA. I just got so involved in the on-campus life that I was like, there's no way I can transfer now. So
yeah. What clubs are you in now?
I knew when I got here that I wanted to be in intramural volleyball.
Yeah.
But evidently, none of my friends like volleyball. like none of my friends here like
Yeah.
volleyball. So I did that for 2 semesters last year, which the teams I played with were, it was interesting. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I did it. But yeah, so I did intramural volleyball. I also joined the ASL club, which I knew I wanted to do because I was planning on minoring in it. And then I also kind of got roped into joining Earth Action, which was only because one of my friends was in it, and he's like, you have to join it or this club won't be alive anymore. And so I joined that, and then I'm also in the rugby club, which is also like sort of a sport on campus. So
That's cool. So originally you said you were interested in like criminology and stuff like that. What about like, did you like, do like car crashes like interest you, or like stuff like that, like fire trucks and stuff like that?
More like, it kind of is gonna, I guess,
Or like
sound
what
weird.
part of it?
Yeah, so like my favorite shows growing up were always like CSI or like Law and Order and like things like that. So like I always really liked, I was like my mom in the sense that I kind of like mystery stuff and like solving crime.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess things like that. And like when I took the forensic science class, like we did like fingerprinting and we learned about serial killers, and like it was just a really cool class. And I was like, this is stuff that I'm like really fascinated in. And so
So cool.
yeah, so when I go, hopefully when I go to law school, I'll be studying criminology.